I choose to be guided. I choose to be guided. Hi, 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 hi. Oh, wow. Big things come in small packages. That's just what just came to me. Big things come in small packages. And then I pull out, let's see. This is Valor. Let me put my glasses on. You know how I go. Okay. Okay. Y'all see me? Can I see you? I think I can. All right. So then I pull out Valor. I wasn't even trying to pull out cards because I wasn't trying to do that. But I guess Spirit was. So listen, I pull out Valor. That means even through, oh, that didn't say Valor. That's why I have my glasses on. It says victory. Look at that. And what did I just say before that? I said, see, when the Spirit is flowing, the Spirit is flowing. You guys heard me. You heard exactly what I said. I don't remember what I said because I wasn't saying it. I choose to be guided. How are you? I trust that all of you are having a wonderful and fantastic day. Whoever I'm talking to, baby. Okay, look at this. Look at this. The Queen of Pentacles. The divine that came through with a ram in the bush. You holding your whole world, your masterpiece, whatever you've been working on, you hold it all in your hand. You chilling. You got the cow horns. Got the cow horns? Yes, baby. Yeah. On your head, you got the horns, okay? You are literally rolling in victory. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. No matter what. Listen, I thank you all for being here because guess what? When you are following the divine, choosing to be guided, one thing for sure, as the Spirit leads you, you follow, right? But whoever I'm speaking to, you have a playful heart and a playful spirit, and you move forward, and not all the time does everybody accept how you move and groove. Not all the time. But you are getting to the point where you are not making any apologies for who you are. Instead, you are walking in your new chapter with confidence, and you don't give up about what anybody thinks. And that is wonderful. I want to say congratulations to you because you have victory. Victory shall be mine. All right. If I hold my peace, let the Lord fight my battles. Victory shall be mine. Right? You've been moving in silence. Allowing for God to step in and do exactly what God said that God would do, and that is fight your battles for you. You got a heck of a spirit team that don't play about you. Think about it. The divine is sitting there or in the midst of us all, and has a wonderful spirit team. I remember one morning when I woke up, and after I do my meditation, I always ask God, what am I to do today? And one day the response was, what do you want us to do for you? And for many years, I didn't understand what the us meant until later when I understood and came into the truth of the ever essence of the divine source energy, the highest level of consciousness, God. Right? Following the path that Jesus took, who was our great example, and going with the flow of the divine so that you can do exactly what your soul has been missioned here on this earthly plane to do, and chose to do it with you. Okay, so that means you are special, boo. Yes, there's a perfect and appointed divine reason that the divine source energy chose you. Some of you have been chosen by the divine itself, and the others it has been, and it's been fated. And then there are those who have come as a result of the epic flow. As my soul says, the natural flow of energy. However you put it down, that's how it comes down. Okay? So, yeah. You have done it. This is so wonderful. This is so awesome for you, and I'm so proud of you. And I just pulled this. Now, what is this? The Prince of Cups. So guess what I'm going to do? He's got a cup in a hand, which this has to do with the emotions. You've been balancing, balancing your emotions. With great strength. Balancing your emotions with great strength. Yeah, you have. You've learned how between you've balanced this earthly plane successfully. Successfully. Listen, this is what I want you guys to do. Because I'm going to be re-recording this. I'm not going to post this. Because I wasn't even getting ready to record. But you know what? That's how it always is with me. Because you know what? I know the divine knows. Like, it has to just take it. It's got to just take the wheel. Because I'm a perfectionist, and I want to make sure everything is perfect before I do anything. It's got to be perfect. It's got to be perfect. And the divine is like, well, you just get that out because I need you to get that out. That message is for somebody. I didn't just tell you that for you to be having it work around in your head. So I am grateful. So just like now, I am guided to pick up some additional cards here. And to take this here. What is it? Abundance. Abundance. If you were guided to this video, and I know if you're here that you were guided, abundance is up next for you. Let's look at this. Sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. Abundance. Yeah, it's your time. In every area of your life. Emotionally, mentally, physically, and in spirit. You're being handed the keys. The key to success. Beyond your imagination. Literally. Beyond your imagination. And I'm not just saying that. It's beyond your imagination. Let's take another one. Wow. You make it happen. High Priestess energy. With the Prince of Cups. You've balanced both levels. Says take the next two here. Oh crap. Look at that. Look at that. I told you you've been moving in silence. Right? And because of that, and you've been moving in silence with great wisdom. Right? With great wisdom. We're going to look up the falcon. And that eagle on top of the Prince of Cups head. I just want to look up the spiritual meaning of that. And then here we have the hermit. You've set aside. You have some great knowledge and wisdom. You've been working on something. Spirit asked me to look up to love. I told you, restoration in every area of your life. This has been coming out a lot. So much. In every area of your life. This right here. Love too. Love. Love. You know, I was thinking earlier today, as I have come into my personal evolution, one day I said to myself, I should go and take a poll of how people perceived me when I was not evolved in this lifetime. Prior to my evolution, how did my energy come off to people? I sometimes wonder that because, and before I had met a shadow, the shadow, and before I had come into that experience, who was I in the room? I mean, I could speak for business because that's been my primary. It's been focused on however God leads me. I want to help people. But I know that there were certain parts of me that they weren't so favorable, and to some people it may not be that big of a deal, but for me it is a big deal. I had to meet my shadow. There was an arrogance. There was an arrogance. I didn't even realize it. I didn't realize that I was arrogant and had some prejudgments or preconceived notions about people who presented themselves a certain way. Maybe they weren't all tidy and presentable, or I don't know, maybe it was, and maybe in some cases it was the energy of them. Or maybe they wore the side of me that was so, maybe they wore the energy that was hidden in the shadows of me. And I didn't know that part existed within me. But I responded to it externally. They call me Sister Love, Queen of Inspiration. And I love everybody. But I was reminded the other day of someone who had come to a family function. And this was prior to me stepping into outside of the religious perspective that I was in, and outside of that room, and really coming in. It was prior to me coming into my consciousness, for sure. So I was quite religious at the time, and secretly judgmental. I didn't even know that I was. I ran into this person recently, and I was reminded of how I judged them to myself. The Spirit reminded me of how I had judged them when I first met them because of, I didn't want them to be in company with who I wanted the best for. I wanted the best for this particular person, and I didn't think they fit the model to be the best for them. So, why are they here? You need to do better than this. Who do you think you are, girl? Damn. That really hurt my feelings. I feel like, I'm gonna not get emotional. I feel like crying right now. And in those circumstances, me coming into the honest view of myself, of my old self, and what my energy, knowing that we are so powerful now, and knowing the power of our energy now, really, it just hit my heart, because I can imagine that this person felt that. I know they did. I know they did. I know they felt that. And everybody is wonderful and great. Yes, we may all be in different worlds. You may grow beyond a certain scenario, a certain energy type for your personal life or whatever. Still, let's be clear that in our experience, our evolutionary experiences, and our growth and development as conscious synergies, conscious energies working together to be a wonderful synergy, okay? Let us be conscious of the opportunity to have compassion for who we once were. Some people bask in the ambiance of the shadow, and they choose to remain in relationships that will prohibit them from growth, right? Or really not cause for them to grow. And some of them are very clear of the fact that, well, if I be with this person, they don't have to deal with all that. Just let you understand that most times the people that are in your life that cause a lot of the friction at first, okay, especially someone who is giving you love, that energy is there to prompt a level of growth, to prompt you to grow, to cause you to look at yourself, ask yourself. I had to keep asking myself, why, when I ran into the person again, when I got to myself, I said, wait a minute, why now? Because see, now I'm talking to the evolved self. Why am I feeling this way? That same feeling was there. Like I just couldn't see. Like I couldn't get that energy, that thing out away from me. So this is a message for someone. You're going to be put in position to be able to see who you once were, so that you can have compassion for those who have hurt you, for those who have done things and actions towards you while in the shadow. Just how you may feel like devastated, like I'm devastated, like I cannot believe. And maybe I did. Because, I'm look, I don't hold it. I'm going to let you know how it is. It is. I am that person. And knowing how powerful I am, my energy will read a room. So I know they felt that. I didn't have to say anything. It was the way I moved. It was the way I glared and looked away. It was all that part right there that I did to a lost soul. Whew. So when somebody says to you that you've done this, you've done that, and you say, I didn't do that, that's not me, that's not even me. I know. Some of you know what you're doing. Some of you, you were born into certain situations, certain family dynamics, that's just been the way it's been for generations. So it's running through your blood, so you can't even see it. So, and then when the divine calls you for a higher calling, to go to that next level that your soul chose you for. The soul picked you because you had that family blood tie. But it was carrying, the soul is carrying some mess on the side that it needs to get rid of, but it needs to heal through it. And so it chose you, trusting that you're going to listen to the divine source energy, i.e. God, who will guide, who is that personal guide. It has its personal map quest. Your soul came with the personal map quest of the divine. So it's coming here to do a mission. You're not exempt. You're not exempt of being there and done that, of owning that, of hurting someone because you've been hurting, didn't even realize you were hurting. Some of you have been in families that you just suppress. People, listen, as we evolve as a human collective, some of the things that we're going to have to face is going to be those family secrets. Some of the secrets are known and some of them are not. Some of you sit off on the sidelines watching generation after generation be affected in some kind of way by a certain entity, energy that is causing havoc in your bloodline, and you say nothing because you've been taught to say nothing. You've been taught to say absolutely nothing, and then through a doctrine and indoctrination, it's masked by the idea, oh, just forgive and forget, forgive and forget, forgive and forget. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, somebody on a ranch. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, you have people that are not understanding why they're so broken inside. And they're so broken inside because the soul was shut up. The soul was taught to shut and sit down, and don't you mention that no more. You all right? Everybody good. Keep it moving. Don't nobody want to, we are right, we're all past that. You okay? Oh, so-and-so always tripping. So-and-so didn't get a chance to even fulfill the dream that they wanted to fulfill because they were silenced. Because it was a part of them that was never healed. It was a part of them that was so wounded and masked through the things. And also, whether it's the clothing, the degree, the house they bought, the car they drove, all of that was supposed to take away the bruises that they suffered as a child, as an adult, whatever it was, whenever they realized that they were hurt. And we're going to face that as a collective. We're going to heal those lost souls. See, those are the lost souls. I'm going to do a special recording of this video that I was guided to watch the other day. And I was taken aback. By the interpretation of our divine source energy and its intention for humankind and what happens after we leave here. I'm going to do a special video. It was the saddest video I've seen in a long time, and it's got dang on near, when I watched it, dang on near 1 million views. To see how connected people were and engrossed in the ideology of the persecution of humankind if you don't choose a certain path, a certain way. We're going to talk about it. And we have to talk about it. as I wake up this morning and I'm visited with the beautiful ambiance of Tina Turner and her Beyond CD collection. Well, with her and the group, the Beyond CD for the adults and for the children. The divine started playing, because I didn't play it. Started playing on my phone. 2 videos that I had never seen. And I thought, this was, I looked at, when was this posted? It was 11 years ago. How could that be? When I had been following the Beyond CD, I thought I listened to the whole track. I've never seen this before, because now was the time, and it happened right after I saw this sad video. And by the way, they have nothing to do with each other at all. But it has something to do with me. My message. My calling. And some of you have callings and you have a lost soul. See, the soul, is the friend that you're carrying. That friend that sits off in the background and you don't even know it's there, and you don't even pay attention to it, and you don't give it credit for anything or for the life that it has lived, the lives it's lived, and to bring you to here knowing that it actually chose you. It's the one that chose you. We have to clear the playing field. We have to clear the playing field so that we can get to the game and have fun. So that's where we are now in life. We're clearing the playing field so that we can get to the game. And in that process, there's this purging that is going to bring us to self-love, individual love. It's going to bring us into our authenticity. You're going to be able to be in the room and allow yourself to be you, and let the chips fall where they may, giving everyone an opportunity to be who they are, for them to see, for somebody else to see, for them to change, for somebody else to change, for there to be a transformation, and then it to be a constant repeat over and 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 over again. Right? All through the chain of all the bloodlines of humankind. Race doesn't matter. Religion doesn't matter. None of it matters. What matters is the vision that our divine source energy, i.e. God, Elohim, El Shaddai, Heavenly Mother and Father, Yin and Yang. You get it? That master plan, God's plan, that master plan, that master plan. And we're in position. We're in position. Start off by being you. Let me tell you, get your head out of the books, off the videos. Don't make that your first thing. I don't care what it is. What text it is, none of that. Not first. The first thing that you must do is connect with the divine. Connect with God. Connect. Connect. And yes, just so that you guys know, in the spiritual streets, that connection, what we understand humankind to be, our makeup, in fact, is the makeup of us having everything. We were built with everything. The flow is that. It's everything. And the divine source is within, and the energy all throughout and as well in. Imagine having a computer. It has a mainframe, has a memory board. Spirit say don't tell you guys all of this right now. I can tell you about the memory board. And just know, this God say, just know that you have everything in you. Those pure souls out here are the pure souls that I'm talking to. And not every soul living, inhabiting a vessel is a pure soul. As a result of us not knowing who we are and have always been, we have created more than just flesh and blood. That's what we did. And then as a result of that, over time, there's been a lot of things that have happened that have been so hurtful to so many people. No compassion, lacking love, living life for the wrong reasons. Then as a result of that, being very hurt and bruised and then angry, confused, distant. Some of you were feeling the connection of the energy of the divine source energy in a way that it was not, that you had been shunned. Just don't do that. That's not what it is. That's not what you're supposed to do. So then you began to suppress yourself, and then we were taught to lie. We were taught how to live in fear. We were taught fear. We were taught love from fear, regardless of who you are. In many ways. And that's just not the way it is. It's not the way it's going to be. And things will change. And we're going to make it that way. We're going to make it. We're going to make a change. All right? So listen, I want you to pause and take a look at yourself. Take a look in the mirror. Be honest with you. If you've judged somebody for any reason, ask them to forgive you. In addition to that, if you've judged someone, you know how it feels. And let that be a reason that you can have compassion and understanding and love for somebody else who operated out of their shadow self, and they did the most. The absolute most. Right? But don't let that be a reason for you to step into a scenario. Allow yourself to be guided on your moves with any old relationship. Sometimes it's not time until you have come into the full blossom that the divine has for you. But you know that energy. Just put that energy out there. Let all anger and hatred go. Even that piece that is deeply rooted inside of you that you didn't even see, you know. But don't let your, if it's an empath I'm talking to, don't let your empathic self reel you back in to some bondage. And if you've evolved, you already know if someone has evolved or not. Just because everybody talking about, people talking about them being, Spirit say that part. Everybody talking about being conscious these days. I'm conscious. Yep, I'm conscious. And some people think they're conscious because they understand the power of their community. Some people feel they're conscious because they're conscious and aware of what somebody's doing to them, right? Or whatever. They're conscious in other ways. The consciousness in which I am referencing is the consciousness of the divine source energy, the soul, the evolution of oneself, the soul consciousness. self-consciousness, coming into the truth of you. It's beyond just the idea of understanding why you're here in terms of what career you're supposed to choose. Y'all hear me now, right? The career you're supposed to have. Getting in the lane of that is beyond that. It's deeper than that. We have more to come for the soul evolution and the courses and seminars and things. It is time for us to wake up and to really become love, become the truth, usher this new world into this, to love. Love. I used to say in a relationship, I would say, maybe I just shouldn't have a relationship because I just want to be loved. I want to be loved. And I don't want to have to I don't want to have to play a game. I don't want to have to go through all this other stuff, like, why you got to do all that, But that comes when you're with someone who is also evolved, who has also been through the evolution of the soul. And not everybody in this lifetime will come into the complete evolution of the soul, but you will fulfill and get into the position that your soul has connected with you for. You will get into that position. Okay, so I'm guided to wrap it up. So I'm going to wrap it up. Okay. That's what happens when you had a divine talking to you, my soul talking to me like, okay, baby, we're good. We're good, I'm not alone. And you aren't either, baby. I love you. I just had to get on here because, you know what? Did I do that? Sure did, girl. You sure did. You did that. Oh, my God. Oh. Love to anybody watching this video. If I ever hurt you, just know that it was not my intent to hurt you. Oh, my God. Yeah, it was like, oh God, it was in my early 20s when I had that experience, and then I ran into them again, and I was just, because I felt it again, and I'm like, what the hell, and for all I know, sometimes people have not changed, they have not evolved, but still, let me check myself, because I'm still, I protect my energy, I protect my space, my happiness, my love, all that, right? But I don't want to be judgmental towards anybody. I make rightful judgment and I'm in the position to do that. I'm not gonna do anything wrong with it, And somebody may say, well, what did you feel? I felt what I needed to feel to come to this point right here so that I can share it with you, so that I can remember something that had been done before the evolution of me, before that. And I knew that I wasn't alone. I know I'm not alone. I know that speaks to the masses of humankind as we evolve. When you are caught up in the thick of it, because of what your perspective then, what you feel is supposed to be it. God, I'm like, I've been so far gone from that ideology that I forgot that I ever was. But then I think about like who along the way before my change did I look at like, come here, children, come here. I do not want you playing with them. Did I do that? I don't think I did. I don't know. I don't believe I did. But if I did, somebody watches this video, I pray they find it so that I can say I do apologize sincerely, honestly. Because one thing I know, if I don't know anything else, we are all in this game called life, and we have our own soul's missions to be focused on. We don't got time, and we are not to judge. We're not better than anybody else. No matter what your position is, how high your position is in the kingdom of the divine source energy, i.e. God, because the other stuff doesn't even, just really it's about, now if the divine chose you to be in that position, and that's the position that you are to play in, that is ultimately going to assist in the victory of the mission, of the fulfillment of the vision of the divine, of God's being restored upon the earth, kudos to you. If not, if you did it for fame and for the gain and all that kind of stuff, hey, look, I'm not impressed, and you shouldn't be either. Think higher of yourself. Not impressed. I don't care about all that. Nobody cares about the title and all that. Nobody cares. I wasn't even going to go back to school to get my doctorate. And I had to go through the whole thing because of the school I was going to, in metaphysics. I wasn't going to do that. Divine told me to do that. And I asked God, well, why? I had made a plaque in my office that said supernaturally certified. I was proud of that. Divine taught me everything. The ways of the Spirit seem foolish to man. God will teach you all things. Holy Spirit will teach you all things, which is God. That's the Spirit. That's the energy of the divine source energy. Will teach you all things. And you have a wonderful spirit team too. Your ancestors, spirit guides, absolutely. And your angels. Absolutely. So it will teach you all things. And I believe that. So, hey, how I do that? How I do that? Taught me and taught me mastery of it all. And it helped. That was real abundance. That was real love with the divine. For sure. I didn't even know who my soul was at the time. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Now I'm friends with my soul too, but I didn't know that. You know? Little quiet little self sitting up in there. Leaving some folks just got to go. I got to go. These, this is crazy. I got in the wrong Uber. I got in the wrong vehicle because this one here doing the most, okay? I can't even fulfill my mission fooling around with them. I got to go, right? Yeah. All right. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. I hope you've enjoyed your day. If you are at the end of your day. Mine is just getting started. I'm getting ready to go for a run. Yeah. Well, I don't run. I sprint walk. So I'm going to go get my workout on, my yoga. I've done my meditation. And this is what's coming through for you. There's a whole lot of nuggets in here. Grab it. Listen to it again. Embrace it. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Yeah. All right. I love you. Transformation, it is so. I love you. I love you. I love you. I do. More than you ever know. Hey, hey. It's for sure. And you can always count on my love forevermore. Baby, when we're together, say, I'm alright if you're alright. It's like paradise. And I just want you to know I really need you. Hey. That's what your soul's saying. Your soul's saying it needs you. It needs you to listen. It needs you listen. It needs you to listen and be guided. It needs you. It needs you to step out of the cage of any indoctrination, education, whatever it is, that has you suppressed, walking in fear. What if you married somebody? Gosh. What if you married somebody and they made you marry them? You didn't want to marry them. They just made you, but you were scared as hell because if you didn't marry them, then you were going to suffer consequences. So you married them. You did everything that you did within the marriage was as a result of fear. But I mean, at the end of the day, regardless if you came into now you kind of going with the groove, and because anytime you connect with someone sexually and all of that kind of stuff, you can become, it's like becoming rooted at the root of a tree, so there's this connection that's there. But you can have intercourse, I don't know if I can say that here on YouTube, you can have connections, relations with somebody and your soul not be involved. Did you know that? You can have relations with somebody and your soul not be involved. Your soul done left the room. I'm not doing this. I don't have nothing to do with this. Right? And there's a difference between a soul connection and just your body doing something. You doing something. You may not even, the connectedness is not there. So your soul needs you. The divine source energy needs you to come home, get connected with the divine. Meditate. I don't care if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it is. Pick a guided one if you can't find your way to focus. Get guided. Go to, I like boho meditations. I need to put that on my page. Okay? Just, you gotta make some effort. And I know how it is to not even want to do that. I've been there. When I was depressed, I talked and helped other people, encouraged other people about meditating more than I did consistently. I was constantly in the Word as far as listening to the messages and wanting to be guided and really spending time with the divine. Because I've always been more connected to the spirit realm than I am this here. But it's for us to experience what is love in the fleshly experience. What is that? What is that? Really, what is that? And a contract doesn't make that. It doesn't make that. That's man's contract, but it doesn't make that like it was the divine will. You can make it work and that's fine. That's all good. Nobody's talking about it. You made a commitment. You made a vow to that person. That's fine. But it doesn't mean that it was a divine connection. It doesn't mean that. Holy Spirit, where are we going? I don't even want to say what the Spirit said. Say, I don't know, but it's all good. That means I need to let me hang up. I'll talk to y'all later.